What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're gonna talk about an update on the past lottery pick Mohamed Bamba finally getting real minutes in the NBA now that Vucevic and guys went down and they have opened up an opportunity for him to grow and develop. He has shown some signs that he can actually possibly be the future star that Orlando hoped when they took him so high. Now, Mohamed Bamba was an interesting project because he wasn't really great when he came into the league. He is a project and a guy that was drafted for potential because of his length and his size and his potential as a shot blocker. And he has already shown that he can be a decent rebounder in Orlando. Obviously, they don't have the best shot creators and the best scoring, so the opportunities are there, but you have to give him credit that he has shown growth um, as a rebounder throughout his career and has done a very good job at that as he has become the primary rebounder there and he has put up some good numbers. But I feel like he can still work on that area and he's young. He just now playing meaningful minutes and playing a big role, and you gotta be easy on him because he is still far away from where he needs to be. And this is just my analysis on him. I feel like when I look at Mohamed Bamba, he has been a guy that is a zero offensively. He known for his perimeter ability, but he has no go-to moves. Even on the post, he doesn't even post really. He's better off being a rim runner because if he's not going to consistently be able to knock down perimeter jumpers and perimeter threes, he's going to be best at using his speed and his length to be able to catch baskets and finish around the rim. Even if he has to get a push shot while he's by the basket, the guy can jump, and the guy has reach that's outstanding and freakish. And if he can just be more smarter and just better with his footwork, he can be a monster in the paint. You look at Giannis and look at Blake Griffin and the DeAndre Jordans, where they have so much speed and so much length that it doesn't take them that much to get off the floor and put it in the basket. And if he could become stronger, being 230 at 7 feet plus is not good. And he's been in the league for a while, and he's still very small for that position at center. Kind of makes you wonder what is he going to be, because he is getting closer to being in the league for more than 3 years, and he still is very, very raw. Like, this is a guy that you might have to pay good dollars just because of his potential to keep him around, and you don't even know 5 to 6 years from now what he's going to be on the offensive end. Defensively, he's still scattered. He has a lot of effort where he doesn't quit or he wants to shot or he's not afraid, but being disciplined, knowing when to foul, knowing how to contest, knowing how to protect the rim without fouling or doing bailouts to fouling guys where they didn't want to shoot or they're not trying to score, they're just trying to get you to foul them, is something that IQ comes with experience, learning, and having the right people in your ear to get you where you need to be on the court, and telling you, how much it is to keep you on the floor. Because if you're going to have a guy with this type of, you know, physical talent, you want him to be as monstrous as you can. And I do like the fact that they coach is going to hold him accountable, is going to be patient with him. They have shown that so far, but he is so far away from where he needs to be. It really was a huge risk and a huge gamble taking Mohamed Bamba, because this guy literally could not get off the bench until they made the trade to finally move him up a little bit more. And even then, he had to fight for minutes, and just now getting them in, he is just raw. This guy looks like he's a rookie still. And it just shows you how hard it is to be a impactful player at the NBA level, especially when you just don't have the talent around you. Since they have good at this roster and is trying to rebuild, it's going to be interesting how they're going to utilize Mohamed Bamba, because he doesn't have any go-to moves. From the perimeter, he doesn't have any go-to moves in the post, and he's not a great finisher either, and you think he would be, but the strength and the ability to absorb and finish over contact and take contact. He just doesn't have that either, and that's something that could take years too, just to learn how to use your body, how to contort your body, and just to have the strength to just plow through guys. That takes years of just body development, let alone developing the skills and the footwork that's necessary to be elite at those areas and finishing. And it is kind of crazy looking at how blessed he is with the physical talents and how far away he is at being a real force on both ends of the court. Even when you look at his offensive ability, not being able to hit consistent open shots, not having a floater game, or at least being a dead eye. He still has the potential to be that, but being a legitimate, reliable scorer or legitimate, reliable role player, he's far away from that. Like, this guy is very, very, interesting because he's going to have to work 3 times harder than a lot of other players in the league just because he just doesn't have a lot of the necessary skills that you need to really impact winning. And for Orlando to go super duper young, and now they're kind of pushing him into the position where they need him to show and need him to produce because they have the lack of talent, and he is supposed to be, when they draft him, their future center. And that's just going to be interesting how they try to build a team and a defense around Mohamed where he doesn't even look like a starting level center, even though he's getting those type of minutes. He just looks far away from that even now. And it shows you that sometimes the draft, you're drafting a guy that you want to fix and mold and build up to be something special. Even Dwight Howard, coming out of high school, wasn't the physical, dominant, elite level rebounder and defender that he became in Orlando. It took him multiple years to even get to that level. He never became an elite level shooter, free throw shooter, or even a dominant post player at his highest levels with Orlando, and they still got to the finals. And Mohamed has more perimeter potential, but he has really no dominance in the post game. He doesn't have really any moves at all to really be able to balance out when they switch and go small. He doesn't even have a shot over smaller guys. He can't even plow through smaller guys. He can't even use his size and length and his mobility to punish witches. And it kind of make you wonder, like, what do we build first? Like, since he's been there so long and we don't really see any real, offensive consistent skills, this guy is basically being thrown into the wild and being asked to produce. And he just doesn't have it. He's just far away from it. But if you're an Orlando fan, you look at it like at least he's, learning, and at least he's growing by actually playing and figuring it out on the fly. I call it being thrown into the fire. Sometimes you get burnt. Sometimes you take the scars and you move forward as a better player as you continue to take your lumps. And sometimes it breaks people. Some people can't, break out. Some people can't, you know, develop the way we want them to, or we see what they can be. And that's the draft. A lot of these guys never become superstars. A lot of these guys become busts. A lot of these guys never live up to their potential. And that's what I said, looking at where Mo Bamba is today, as he has had some decent games, he still needs a lot of work. This guy is going to have to work extremely hard. Like I said, 3 times harder than every player in the league to really maximize his physical talents to a elite level. Like, he has a lot of the touch, a lot of the feel there, but when it comes to actually having, skills that really translate to him being elite on the offense or defensive end, he still is ways away, even though he's been in the league for a couple years. So I'm glad that he's getting the minutes. I'm glad that he's getting the experience that helps build your IQ, that helps, build your confidence when you're doing it against the best players and you're playing and actually, producing. Like I said, the rebounding has been better than I would have thought. Even though he is, benefiting with the lack of talent that he's playing around with and playing with. But other than that, you know, Mo Bamba, I see why people like him. I see what he can be, but will he be like not being a great 3-point shooter, mid range guy, can't put the ball on the floor, not really good footwork wise, really has no strength, and can't even hurt undersized players at this point of his career, even though he's just way more bigger than everybody, it seems like, in the league. It does make you wonder what is the ideal, you know, Mo Bamba. What do we want him to be? What should he be? What can he be? Can he be an elite level rim protector? Can he be a two-way player? Can he be a 20-point scorer, 10 rebounds, 3, 4 blocks a game guy? I can see a world where a lot of things can happen. But seeing where he is at now, I don't really know what will happen because even Vucevic became something better than what we thought, but he was far away from being a dominant, impactful force as Orlando topped out as a 7 seed at best around Vucevic at his peak, being a 2-time All Star. And you hope Mo Bamba can be better than that. And that's why you get rid of Vucevic and draft Mo Bamba so high because he has so much untapped potential that if fulfilled and molded the right way, this guy can be a force. The problem is you draft him on what you feel and you think that he should be or what he could be. In reality, that don't means it always happens. As we've seen with Victor Oladipo not working out with them and so many other players like Alfred Payton that they drafted, it looked good. It made sense in your head, but when they was on the court and when they was playing in Orlando, it never really worked out. So I'm not giving up on Mo Bamba. I'm not criticizing Mo Bamba. I'm just going based on what I see for what Mo Bamba is today. And even though this guy has enormous potential, he also is very, very raw right now. And he really has really, I don't really see a lot positive wise of what he's doing with the minutes he's finally earned and got. This guy is going to have to work on a lot, and they're going to have to figure out what they need him to be on both ends of the court before he can actually start becoming something. Is he going to be a pick and roll guy, pick and pop guy, rim roller? They got to figure out what he's going to be, what they need him to be, and they have to build upon that with the team around them. And we don't even know who they're going to draft. We don't know what Isaac is going to be since he had a setback. We don't even know what Markelle Fultz is going to be since he had a setback. They all age-wise match, future and potential-wise make sense. And the fact that they get another top pick now in this draft since they've been so bad after they gutted their roster, Mo Bamba is a guy that can be a huge difference maker, or he can set this team back further if he never lives up to what a lot of people think he can be. I'm watching. I'm not giving up on him. Not saying he's a bust, but looking at him, he really has to mold and shape an identity of what he's going to be and what he needs to be for this team. And I don't blame that on Mo Bamba. I just blame that on how the team is currently constructed. The thing about it is they have some pillars, they have some pieces. Now we have to see them put it all together, and that can be 3 to 4 years from now. That's the crazy part, but that's where Orlando is currently too. So that can be good or detrimental to the career of Mo Bamba, if I had to be honest with you. Other than that, let me know. Bus, superstar, 20 and 10 and 3 blocks, potential defensive player of the year, future MVP, whatever you think he could or should be or will be, let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, Quinn Wade, hopefully I can see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be coming back with another video, hopefully. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy your day. And whoo, they got some tricky on their hands with Mo Bamba. I'm gone.